Hi guys, Paul from Road to VR here. So, coming to the end of almost 1 week with the DK2, and there's lots of requests, lots of things that people want to see played on the DK2, and of course everyone's started receiving their kits now. Along with Elite Dangerous, there's another demo which received huge critical acclaim when it came out amongst the community. And that's Kite and Lightning's Sensor Peso, the VR mini opera that they released a little while back for the DK1. So we managed to get hold of a version for DK2, an early version. Now this is going to be released in August sometime. You'll need to sign up to Kite and Lightning's website. There'll be a link either in the description or in the article on Road to VR that goes along with this video. So we're going to take a look at that now and go sign up, and yeah, let's dive right in. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that a lot of you watching this video will have already seen or experienced Sensor Peso before, so you'll be familiar with the opening title sequence or title screen, which is this black void with these pink petals coming down, and I've banged on about the blackness of the OLED panel in the DK2 and the complete blackness that you can get from it. Same here, so because it's utterly dark, that contrast between the petals and the black background is just really stark. Some glitching going on here. I'm not sure why. Fully positional tracking supported. So this menu system, as you can see, has parallax. Not quite sure why it's glitching like that. And you should be able to move in and out, which I can. There you go. If I'm being honest with you, the first time I came into this demo, I kind of just stared up like this and watched the petals come down. Whoa, like that. It's kind of hypnotic. Okay, so anyway, enough of that. Let's get into it. So, straight into this wonderful fiery tree, endless horizon behind me. One of the things I've noticed with the DK2, and I think I mentioned it before, is these particle effects really sort of kick out, either because of the contrast ratio difference and the vibrancy of the colours, or the resolution of the screen. So what I've noticed, I think that this version of the demo, even though I selected 1080p at the beginning, is actually running upscaled from 720p. I could be wrong about that, but I think it has an ever so slight, you can kind of see the jaggies on the edges even though it's been heavily anti-aliased. Anyway, so the subtleties of the hues, the oranges, the blues, and even sort of subtle things like being able to see through the transparency of the water to the bottom of this ocean down here. And as you fly down, and as I said, because of the positional tracking's in place, it feels more natural, so you feel more rooted in the space, because you have these subtle adjustments to the view when you move your head left to right, forwards, backwards, whatever. And of course now, because I can move my head around the scene, I should be able to look over the boat. I can look over behind me like that, and peer over the edge of the boat there, down a little bit into the boat. And again, these subtle particles, which I always find distracting. So, more examples of the quality of the panel versus the DK1. Blacks, blues on blacks, is just, it really sings out, pulls you into the scene. And here we are in the frozen section. These guys, this guy here, he's not looking happy at all, is he? Something wrong with your hands? I'm not sure, he looks a little bit stressed. But again, your eye, the extra detail on show, or at least the extra contrast ratio on show, even if this is running at native 1080p, draws your eye to everything, and the sense of the level of detail that lavish on this demo is incredible. So you've got particle effects over here, you've got these crazy lighting, icy things going on here, and this kind of crazy looking woman over here. And these video vignettes that they've seamlessly laid into the scene of just, you know, they look even sharper and they look even more realistic now. And this expansive skyline with the bright light in the distance. I mean, and this, whoa, I forgot about you. There's one thing interesting about the positional tracking is that because these video vignettes are essentially static, they won't adjust to translational movement, so it doesn't move, which kind of throws off the effect, but you're still damn freaky looking. Okay, back in tone. And this is going to go into this. We're coming up to my favourite scene in terms of showing off just the full power and effect of the DK2. Just from the beginning, you get this wonderful sense of scale and depth down here into the abyss, and then this gentleman over here, looking like he's ready to propose. And again, you've got these dust motes, which now respond to subtle movements of your head, and they just become really distracting. And you can just follow these dust motes again with slight movements of your head in and out of the scene and underneath them. And here comes my favourite part. And these particle effects, the lighting and the quality, and you can just feel yourself becoming immersed in these particles, as if you're among them. And the depth of the scene that the effect gives you when you're looking at going off to the distance, and then you come out into this wonderful vista. And again, the subtlety and gradation of the hues really pulling you in. You want to look over the side of the boat. It's just a generally, versus the DK1, it's just a generally more satisfying experience. You can sit back and relax and enjoy the experience rather than ever so now and again just concentrating on the pixels. You don't have to concentrate on the pixels, I mean, you don't need. So I was talking about the particle effects, and in particular, actually, what I haven't mentioned is low persistence, which just makes the solidity and the feeling as if you're looking through a window into another world that more real. The particle effects in particular, because they're not affected as much by blur on the panel, you can, even if you can't pick out the individual particles themselves, the feeling of realism as they sort of shoot out these lava trenches on the either side, it's just that much more realistic, basically.